Yes, and here is another bathroom. If you with little shelvy things on it, if you want to put towels and stuff like that.
My own bathroom.
It's a large bathroom.
That's right.
I needed a large bathroom.
That's right. And in this room here is where they tape Acting Up with Skyler and Steve. Check it out. I told him that room could be a deal breaker.
You've directed other features as well, like Life of Lemon and other things. And how did it compare for you as in like the final product?
This is probably, I don't want to say anything about my other films because Life of Lemon is a good film and it's playing festivals right now across the country. And I think I'm probably the most proud of it for one reason is because I'd never done a horror film before and it was my first one. And the fact that it came out so great, I think, and the fact that it's getting all of this kind of attention, and the fact that I'm here, I mean, it's like Chris and I, when we started writing this, never in a million years thought we'd be on tour and be on a radio show. I mean, it's been pretty amazing. So that alone, I think, has definitely made it a really great experience.
Did you always want to try a horror movie, or was it just kind of a new idea for you?
Oh yeah, no. I grew up on horror films. I've loved horror films since I was a kid. I've been watching them since I was little. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is probably one of my favorite movies ever.
Nice.
I love the Friday the 13th series, and
yeah.
I don't know. I've always wanted. I even love bad B horror films. You know, the really schlocky ones and the trauma stuff. You know, and it's like I've always wanted to do one. It seems like they make money, and it seemed like it'd be easy to do, and that was kind of what the reason I did it was. It's like, okay, let's do this $5,000 schlocky horror film. And then once Felissa Rose got attached, it kind of, became bigger and bigger and bigger, which is good. But yeah, I've always wanted to do one, and the first one came out pretty damn good. So
nice.
I'm not allowed to cuss, am I?
Well, whatever. It's all. I don't think that one's too bad. Okay. Yeah. And I saw a review of it on was it Knockers? Film Knockers. Where it got 4 knocks out of 5.
Yeah.
So that's good.
It's pretty sweet.
It's an 8.5 on IMDb right now out of 10.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's been pretty amazing.
Very cool.
We have another review coming out soon, I think, that's going to be pretty good. So
cool. And they said some good things, like it actually has a story, and like the acting is actually decent, and it's a horror movie.
That's it's funny because that's what we got on the tour from people, was that I think the biggest reaction we got were people were surprised at how good it was.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it says anything bad about us, but people think low budget horror film, first directors who haven't done a horror film before and really no big actors, they're expecting this schlocky horror film, but then they go in, they're like completely blown away by what they're experiencing. Plus, it's pretty gory and it's pretty intense. Yeah, but
that trailer had a lot of red in it.
Yeah, a lot more where that came from, buddy. But yeah, people are just. I mean, we. Not to go on another story, but we were in.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. We were in Aurora, Colorado, which is near Denver, and we had a screening there. And we had these 3 teenage boys who came in. I can't remember how they found out about the movie. They might have found out about it at the convention or whatever. They came in wanting to not like the movie. Like we have this little pre-show that Will, shout out to Will, does. He talks about, because we have an interactive tour. You do Facebook, Twitter. You can Twitter your questions. We have a live Q&A. Anyway, they were sitting in the front, and I was watching them, and they were kind of typical teenage boys. They were mocking stuff. Like, they wanted to hate the film.
Sure. Right. They had their laptops and things.
Well, no, it wasn't that far. But, they were just being typical teenage boys.
Sure.
How we all were when we were teenagers.
Yeah.
Anyway, after the film was over, they loved it. One of them said it was one of the best horror films they've ever seen.
That's cool.
They stayed around for autographs, pictures. They stayed around. They were the last ones to leave that night. So
wow.
That was pretty cool. That was probably my favorite moment on the tour, was seeing those kids like wide-eyed, like asking us questions, like and I knew that they wanted to hate it going into it. And we convinced them. We turned them around.
You backpacked across Europe, is that right, Jamie?
Yes, I did.
How was that?
Did you get American Werewolfed?
Is that a verb?
It's a valid question.
Okay.
I'm not sure what that means.
She's young. She's never seen it. You've never seen
wow.
it? No.
Oh my God! It's also one of my favorites.
Somebody watched that with her.
Yeah, I actually studied abroad in Spain for 4 months, and then for the 2 months afterwards, I backpacked all around Europe. Went to 16 countries.
Wow.
And then I went down to Morocco, and then through all through Italy, and I did it all by myself.
Really?
too. Yeah.
Say what?
Wow, that's impressive.
You didn't take a friend
I'm
along?
tough. No, everyone was leaving. They were running out of money because we're all students.
Oh yeah, sure.
And I had specifically like saved a certain amount of money so that I could do this. And so I didn't have anybody to go with me, and my dad was very against me
Sure.
doing this by myself. And I was like, well, it's my money.
Nice.
There you go.
Now you started acting and voice and dance and all that when you were like 4, right?
Yes, I started with piano and singing, dance intensively. Like
Really?
Right after school, I would go to the studio and I was doing tap ballet, jazz, lyrical, toe, and in competitions all the time. Really, I hardly had time for school, let alone like friends when I was younger doing that growing up. So.
So then, when did you decide like acting is a thing for you, or are you still interested in the dance and the?
Well, I still do love dance. I actually haven't done dance studio in like 2 years, I would say now. But I didn't get interested into acting until I actually got older. I would do musicals when I was younger, but it was mostly because of the singing and dancing. And then when I got into college, I got really interested in acting because a couple of friends had me do short films for them, which got me really excited about it. I loved it, fell in love with it. I started studying acting at my college, Cal State Fullerton, and did a bunch of plays there. And then after that I did some more shorts, and then I just recently graduated in December.
Nice, and already in 2 features.
Yeah. And then
Not too bad.
and then I did another short film recently, and I'm doing 2 web series.
Very
as well
cool.
that
Oh
we're
yes,
working
your
on.
web series was called Hot Tub or something. No, it was Tub Talk. That was it.
Yeah, and it's actually
With Chris, yeah.
it's going to be on the Gratwick Films website. So it's tied into The Perfect House.
Right.
It's the same people. I've done, I think, 2 episodes so far, but there's only one that's aired right
Okay.
now. One that I'm not in this one yet though, but there's going to be like 6 altogether. It's a comedy, and then I'm also starting another web series where I'm going to play this girl who kind of like blows up things, kills monsters.
Wow.
It's with our friend Lance.
Blows up things.
Yeah, he's
Like
still
with a
writing and
mind?
everything. So he just told me about it. And
Is this like a power she can blow things up, or is she like MacGyver?
More like MacGyver. I would
Okay.
say.
Tell us about Zombie Farm. Is that exactly what it sounds like?
Zombie Farm. No, it's not.
It's not?
But it's a funny horror film, basically about this small little town that gets its water poisoned, and people start drinking the water, and everyone turns to zombies, and the military has to come in and take them all out, and it's a really funny film. I did that back in 2005, and that also involved a lot of blood as well.
Excellent.
And I die in the beginning of the film. I get shot in the head.
Oh,
Bin Laden style.
That's right. Yes.
too soon.
No.
Are all bets off with Bin Laden? I guess they are, right?
I don't know,
No?
man.
No, come on.
No, it was too soon.
No,
Wait.
never too soon.
Never. Oh, never.
Who's gonna stop you from it? And come rush in the room and
Yeah, probably not.
take you away.
That's right.
Steve, I want you to ask the other Hans one.
Okay, you're in a picture called Love 10-1, and you are credited as Grandma Lover.
Oh.
Is there anything you'd like to share with us?
Okay.
Keep it
Basically,
clean.
my character likes older women, and there's a small scene where the main character is this girl that she's looking for the love of her life, and she goes to visit her grandmother at the retirement home, and she's looking around for her, and she opens up the door and she finds me, the maintenance guy, making love to her grandmother, who's played by the actress who played Mistress Chang in Pirates 3, and that was very surprising to work with her. And so that was that small little scene, and she kind of gets a glimpse of me, but she doesn't see all of who I am until later on in the film. She's
laugh at
going
that.
out on dates with a few guys, and I'm one of the guys she goes on a date with, and so she's like, could you tell me about your last girlfriend? And I start describing her grandmother perfectly, and she's like, wait a second, you I'm like, were you the? Yeah, that was me. Oh, and she starts freaking out in the restaurant. So.
Now, what kind of research did you do for this role?
I've known Hans a long time. You do not want to know that.
Okay.